Hello friends, today I'll make a video on MCP servers. So friends, if you're working with AI applications, then you might have heard this word MCP. So in this video, I will be creating a demo on MCP server, and also I'll be talking the concept of MCP server, like what problem it solved, like what is the architecture of MCP. MCP stands for Model Context and Protocol. By definition of, if I will say you, it is an open source standard for connecting AI applications to external systems. So, why people have created this MCP server? Let me tell you. Suppose you are building a applications which need, some functionalities of external tools. So your application to send email or receive email by connecting to a Gmail API. So what do you do generally? So in your application, you write code by consuming those APIs, right, which are provided by Gmail. Then you write your own logic, own business logic, and create these applications. So in the client app, so you connect to a API server. Like if Gmail is providing that API server, then you connect to that server and you access the functionality of the business application, the external applications. Okay, that may be dealing with its storage or database layer, right? So this is how you do it. Now, you see, like in your application, if you are consuming APIs of multiple platforms for doing multiple activities, then at any time you are doing customization in your client app. So when it is customizations, then it is writing lots of glue code, right? To standardize this, the people are created MCP servers, right? So in AI, if you see, so there is a AI applications which is basically work as a MCP client. Then they connect to the MCP servers. Then the MCP servers responsibility is to connect to that business app features and provide the functionality to the client app. So this is the objective. Like in this way, the AI applications contain the intelligent layer. So they automatically identify like if this is my work, this is my task, then uh, which MCP servers I should use to complete this task. And in my MCP servers, like what are the functionalities or tools are available so that I will use that to perform any task. This is the high level objective that I told. So in this way, like in your client AI app, uh, there is no need to create lots of custom codes, which we call as glue code. So, only you expose your MCP servers to your client, then the AI client will do the rest of the things. Isn't it smart, right? So this is solving so many problems in AI world, right? So, like since you know what is MCP server now, then let me tell you where you can use it. So, when you calling an external apps functionalities, like the way I told, suppose you want to call some functionalities of Gmail, you want to call some functionalities of GitHub, right? You want to connect GitHub APIs to merge a code or to push a code, get your code files and review it at your end or in your app. Okay, so that means when you are calling external APIs, then better like you call their MCP servers. No need to integrate their APIs, okay, or write custom code in your code base, get those functionalities. So not required because those applications are providing their MCP servers, you interact with them. Okay, so they will take care of their APIs, right? So once you hit their MCP servers, based on the request, they can interact with their APIs at backend and give you that feature functionalities, right? So that is a smart way to do. Then the second one is when you allow your application functionalities with other AI apps. Suppose you created a applications, business applications. Now the external applications, external AI applications basically. So they want to access your application functionalities. The way is like you create APIs, they will write custom cost to consume your APIs, right? So the best way is you create a MCP servers, then like for this request, yeah, I need to hit these tools, okay, and these tools will consume that consume the required APIs, right? So at that time, instead of providing an API layer, you just provide them the MCP servers, right? So this is a smart way to do. Then the third one is when you use multiple APIs in your AI applications. So suppose you are creating AI applications where it required to use multiple tools, right? Tools means you want to create certain functionalities or create certain tasks by using some external functions, right? So at that time, right, you create a MCP servers, okay, where you place all these APIs calling in that MCP servers. Then you simply connect your AI application with that MCP servers. So in this way, you can do that. So this is three way how you can use MCP servers. Then if I tell you the architecture of MCP servers, it's like the user will send your request in a client UI. The client UI MCP client will have the LLM reasoning layer because they know how to use prompts, how to read resources, and how to call tools of MCP servers. These prompt resources and tools are three major component of MCP servers. In prompts, like it is a guidance for your LLM. So in LLM, instead of creating its own LLM, own prompt, then it take care if there is any guidance of you have write in prompt templates in MCP servers, and it will follow that, right? Resources are basically the data or the static or dynamic data that the MCP servers provides to the MCP client to refer while interacting with LLM, right? Then tools are basically the functions, the actions you want to perform, right? Like you understand like the tools are the functions as of now, right? Suppose you want to send an email or send a notifications or save the data or save the tabular data in a Excel file. So that is a task, right? And you create a function by creating a tool. Your MCP client will call that tool to save your data in a Excel file. Okay, so basically the tool is meant for that, right? It perform a action or perform a task. So in this way, you want to interact with your MCP servers. Then the MCP servers are again interacting, calling your business APIs and do the thing at backend, right? This is the architecture. So if I tell you the difference between tools and resources, like a tool is returns the data for that moment only. Once returned, the LLM uses it and forget it. So it's a function. So in runtime, while you are calling a tool at that time, it returns the data and it go to the LLM for doing the necessary activity. Then it forgets. The LLM forget that. But in resource, if you are defining the data in resource, okay, then it is a permanent one for the LLM, right? So it becomes part of LLM's knowledge landscape. So they can refer that data to like browse, read, index, and recall, right, at any time, right? So this is the basic objective between tool and resources. So without any delay, let us have a demo and let us see how you can create MCP servers. Now it's the demo time. So in this demo, I'll be creating a MCP server. So I'll show you how you can create a MCP server, and I'll be using Cloud Desktop as a MCP clients. And the use case is I'll tell Cloud Desktop to for my scan my projects. Code projects and create a report for me. So what it will do, it will scan all files of my projects and create a Excel report for me on which you will mention like which files contain how many lines. So this is the MCP server I want to create. So without any delay, let us start. So what I'll do first, I'll import these packages which are like the fast MCP I will use to creating this MCP server. So I have imported that, Then I also imported some libraries which is required, while I create code base for this MCP server. Then this is my code for creating a MCP server on FastMCP. MCP is equal to FastMCP. Then I need to write project name. In my project name, I'm writing project code review. Then, to run this MCP server, simply I need to write mcp.run. Right. So this will open this will launch my MCP server. So now let us add some tools which will basically create code scanning for my project folders. I'll create a directory as project underscore root, which will basically point to my projects directory. Okay, so here are my projects. So I will read these files while I do a scan of my code base, so that I have mentioned in a tuple. Then this is a function I have created, which is basically count the lines of code of a particular file. Uh, this is the code, and here is my you know tools code. So to create a tools, I need to write a decorator function. So mcp dot tool, and inside that decorator I need to write my functions. My function is analyze project lines of code. So here I'm taking project name as a input parameters. Then in this function only I've written it will take all files of that projects and read its line of code, because it call the function of this count locations, and create a report and put it in a data frame. Then it will write the data frame to a excel file, right? So this is a simple code I have written, right? Now let us see how I can run this. I can test this MCP server first, then I'll show you like how you can implement it in cloud desktop, right? So let us run it, run and test it. So I am opening the com terminal. So let me go to the environment. Now I need to run this MCP servers by writing the command as mcp dev mcp server demo.py. Yes, now it is running the MCP inspector. MCP inspector is a debugging tool for your MCP, so you can think like that. So here is my MCP inspector. Once I connect, then it will connect to my MCP servers. Now you can see it's connected. So here, since it is a debug tool, so you can see all your resource forms or tools you have created. So here we have created one tools. Let me check whether my tools is working properly or not. Then this is my list of tools. Yes, I have created one tool as analyze project LOC. So let me test this. So whatever input we have given, accordingly it create a form for us where I need to write the MCP, the project name. So let me give a project name as well. So I am providing this project name as, because I need to, no, let me delete it. I have created before. So this is my project agentic. So let me see whether my function is working properly or not. So I gave the project underscore name as agentic. Then I run these tools. Success. Yes. Now there is no error. So let me see the project directory. So inside that I got Excel report as well. Cool. So that means my MCP server is workingly and all its tool are proper, right? So let us connect this MCP server from a MCP client like cloud desktop, and let us see whether it is working or not. So now, like how you registered it in cloud desktop. So let me open Cloud Desktop. Cloud Desktop is a MCP client. Okay, so you can create your own chatbot or your own agent. So that can be MCP client for you also. This is my Cloud Desktop. Now let me tell you how you can connect to your MCP server. So here it is. Like there is a button called setting, and under developers you can see this button like edit config. Then inside that you can open this code, open with let's say Visual Studio Code. Okay, so here you need to register your MCP servers. My MCP servers name is project code audit. Okay, then uh, this is my MCP command to run, and as an argument I am providing the path of my files, right? So there are two way through which you can connect to your MCP server. One is your STDIO, and another one is through HTTP streaming. So if you are connecting to STDIO, this is the process, right? So once you write the required configuration in this JSON file, then restart your cloud desktops, then your MCP server will work, and the cloud can communicate with that, right? So this is my MCP server demo files. So instead of MCP server, I mentioned MCP server demo.py. So this is the server I want to call. So let me restart the cloud desktop. Yes. So there is no error. So you can see my project code audit MCP server is enabled, which has one tool basically analyze project lines of code LOC. So that means my Cloud AI can interact with my MCP servers now. So let me write a prompt. Uh, do a code scanning of my MCP to do. This is my project. So I have this project in my project directory, MCP to do. Now I expect a Excel report which will mention lines of code of my files. Let me launch. Let me run that. Yeah, it is saying I will scan the code in the MCP to do project and create a report showing the lines of code for each files. Great, project name MCP to do. So it identify the entity, like my project name is MCP to do. So I'll do allow once. Perfect. I've completed the code scanning of your MCP servers. Great. So the analysis report has been generated and saved at in my this directory, right? So let me open and see that. Yes, it is created. Now you can see. So what it does, right? So file is lines of code it just mentions. Okay. So this is the smart or AI method how you can create MCP servers and do different tasks, right? By or perform different tasks by your AI. So thank you for this video. I will bring more video on MCP servers. So please stay tuned on this channel. Thank you.